Hey guys, it's Aditya again with Inspira Advantage. Thanks so much for joining us on our How to Get into Medical School web series. Today we'll be talking about secondary essays. So after you submit your primary application, this includes your transcripts, grades, primary AMCAS application, and personal statement, many medical schools may send you a secondary essay or a couple of secondary responses that they want you to answer. If you're getting these, this is a really good sign. This means that you've passed the medical school's initial screening process through thousands of applications. For the applications that they're interested in, they'll send these applicants a series of responses that they want them to answer. They want to give you the opportunity to highlight the most important parts of your application even further. And if they're impressed with your responses, this can lead to an interview invite. The format and structure of secondary essays is highly variable and really depends on the schools that you're applying to. Even the length is different from school to school. Some schools may require you to just submit one essay, but the essay is 250 to 500 words in length. Other schools may require you to submit a series of responses, but you only have about 800 to 1,000 characters for each response. Whatever the format is, please make sure to follow the instructions that they provide for their secondary responses in order to make sure that you still qualify for their interview invites. The other tricky part about this part of the application process is that the deadlines and timelines are super variable. Some secondary applications will expect a quick turnaround time, almost as soon as possible, while others will give you deadlines for which to submit these essays by. However, my advice is to not follow these deadlines exactly. The reason I say this is because as soon as they start getting the secondary applications, they go around and start giving out interview invites. So the sooner you submit your secondary application to a medical school, the quicker they'll get through it, and if they're impressed with your answers, they'll go ahead and send you that interview invite on a rolling basis. So yes, if you get a secondary application in October, but they tell you the deadline is in December, go ahead and still submit that application as soon as you can, because they may extend to you an interview invite before that deadline's even up. In order to maximize your chances of getting an interview invite from the schools that you want, I would advise you to take about 1 to 2 weeks to finish every secondary application as it comes through. You're not going to be getting all these secondary applications at the same time. Some schools will be quicker than others and will give you secondary applications sometime in October, and just because you don't hear from other schools doesn't mean that you've been rejected from them. There are many occasions where secondaries come in November or even December, but even then, submit them as soon as you get them. There's a wide variety of prompts that medical schools can ask in their secondary essays. A lot of these will mimic what is asked during the multiple mini interview format that a lot of medical schools use for their interviews. That being said, if you put in a lot of genuine effort and hard work into these secondary essays, it'll help you prepare for interviews down the road. Some examples of questions that you might be asked are: describe your most important non-academic activity, research project, or greatest award in great detail. Sometimes they may be behavioral questions, such as, give me a time when you faced a problem or a challenge and how you overcame it. Give me a time in which you worked in a group or you had to lead a group to success. Some may even ask you more general questions, such as, where do you see your career in 5 to 10 years? Or even something as simple as, tell me more about yourself, or tell me about any special circumstances that you have in your situation. These secondaries are a good exercise in refining your story for interview season. So don't put off this part of the application, give it your all, and give it 100% effort, because it'll pay dividends down the road. Well, thanks so much for watching this video, guys. I hope that you found it helpful. Secondaries are super variable, but the key rule here is to submit them as soon as you get them and to try your hardest on them. This will maximize your chance of getting an interview invite. If you like what you're seeing, subscribe below. We'll keep posting videos as the medical school application season comes into full swing. Stay tuned for the next video. Thanks so much, guys.